some green on the trees. It's spring, and pretty soon that green is going to turn into leaves. And some trees even have flowers. So I'm so glad you are here with me this morning. I am at the Oak Park Conservatory in Oak Park, and I am in what we call the Mediterranean room, sharing a story with you. And the story I'm going to share this morning is called A Tree is Nice. And this was written by Janice May Udry. Okay, here we go. Trees are very nice. They fill up the sky. When you're at the playground, stand under a tree and look up and see what you see. It looks very different when you're looking at the world through a tree. They go beside the rivers and down the valleys, and they live up in the hills. Trees make the woods. They make everything so beautiful. Even if you have just one tree, one little tree, it is nice. A tree is nice because it has leaves, and the leaves whisper in the breeze all summer long. The horse looks like it's enjoying the shade of the tree. In the fall, the leaves come down and we play in them. We walk in the leaves, we roll in the leaves, we build playhouses out of the leaves, and then we pile them up with our rakes. And sometimes we have a bonfire with the leaves. The beautiful colors. A tree is nice because it has a trunk and limbs. This is the trunk, and these are the limbs. And the smaller parts are called branches. We can climb the tree and see over all the yards. We can sit on a limb and think about things. We can play pirate ship up in the tree. That looks like a great climbing tree. If it is an apple tree, we can climb it to pick apples. Look at all those apples on the tree. Picking apples, that's a fun thing to do. Get away from dogs by going up the tree. Birds build nests in trees and live there. Sticks come off the trees too. We draw in the sand with sticks. A tree is nice to hang a swing in. Oh, that looks like fun. On a or a basket of flowers. Here's the basket of flowers. It is a good place to lean your hoe while you rest. And he's resting under the shade of the tree. A tree is nice because it makes shade. The cows lie down in the shade when it is hot. People have picnics there too. And the baby takes his nap in the buggy in the shade. And there's the baby sleeping in the buggy. And they've had a picnic. And now they're all resting. What fun, all under the shade of a tree. A tree is nice for a house to be near. The tree shades the house and keeps it cool. The tree holds off the wind and keeps the wind from blowing the roof off the house. Sometimes, think of your house. Think of where you live, boys and girls. Do you have trees around your house? A tree is nice to plant. You dig the biggest hole you can, and you put the little tree in. Then you pour in lots of water, and then you put the dirt back, and you hang the shovel back in the garage every day for years and years and years. You watch your little tree grow and you say to people, I, I planted that tree. See how small it started off? And then it grew bigger over time. And then pretty soon it was a pretty big sized tree. They wish they had one so they could go home and plant a tree too. So, boys and girls, when you're out in your backyard or your front yard, look around and see how many trees are around where you live. Count them. You might be surprised how many trees are there. All right, now, if you can get your bag, your activity bag, and what I would like you to take out is this brown piece of paper, which has the picture of a tree. This is how the trees look in the wintertime. But we want to make our tree look so much better now. So what you need to do, you also need to find this little bag in your uh, activity bag. And you are going to need your glue stick. So take your bag out, take your brown piece of paper out, open it up. And when you dump it out, you're going to find there are some pipe cleaners. There are some pom-poms. There's a couple stickers, birds and a squirrel, and you've got some tissue paper. Now you might be thinking, what on the street? Well, when you get started, here's one that I did just to give you an idea. Yours is going to look probably much better than mine. But I'll put this here so we can kind of look at it. And the first thing I want you to do is to take your pipe cleaners and we're going to glue those onto the tree first. Now you take your pipe cleaner and you're going to put it down on the table and you take your glue stick and you're going to run it down the pipe cleaner, down the pipe cleaner. Make sure you put a lot of glue on it. And then when you get that, you bring it over to your paper because this is going to form the bark on our tree. This is going to show us that it's the bark of the tree is not smooth. So I put one down, let me put the other one down. Remember, push your glue stick down the pipe cleaner. And after you do that, then you'll be able to put the pipe cleaner on the tree. Now, you had some long pipe cleaners and you had some short ones. And the short pieces can go up onto the branch of the tree. So do your long ones. Take your time. Take your time. And I'm going to put a couple of the short ones up at the top of the tree. Remember, push the glue stick onto the pipe cleaner. It sticks to the paper a little bit easier that way. I love working with glue. All right. This is just an idea. of what I have done with the pipe cleaners. I'm sure yours looks a little bit different. Everybody's will be different. They won't look the same. Then when you want to put the little pom-poms on the tree, again, you take the pom-pom and put it on top of the glue stick and then take it and put it on the tree. It sticks much better if you put the glue onto the pom-pom and then the pom-pom onto the tree. And we're pretending the pom-poms could be flowers that are blooming on our tree. The tissue paper that you found in the bag, we're going to pretend the tissue paper is the leaves on the tree starting to bud. In the spring, when the leaves start to come out, on some trees they're green, on other trees they might be a bright green or a dark green, or sometimes they're even colors. Okay, this is just an idea of how the pom-poms could look on your tree. Now, boys and girls, when I'm working on my tree here, if you're not quite able to keep up with me, that's okay, because you can work on this later on too. You don't have to quite finish yours this morning. Just so long as you have an idea of what I am doing with the tissue paper and the pom-poms. And any time you want to put your squirrel in the tree, all you have to do is take the back off of your squirrel and find a good spot for him to sit on your tree. I think mine's going to sit right there. You put your squirrel anywhere you want to. And then you have some birds. So you can take your birds off, and these are stickers. And you can just put them anywhere on any branch that you want to put them on your tree. Now, when you go outside in your backyard, make sure you look around and see, are there any birds in your trees? Are there any nests in your trees? Did the birds make any nests in your trees? Here's an idea. I just put my birds on different branches. I have the pom-poms on to be the flowers, and then I'm now putting the tissues on to be the leaves. And again, if I get a little ahead of you and you don't quite get this finished right now and I go on to something else, you can finish this up later. And maybe if you have some tissue paper at home, maybe you want to put more leaves on your trees. We're making a spring tree. So I try to use light colors to make your leaves out of the tissue paper. I hope you're having fun creating your tree with squirrels and the birds and tissue paper, the pom-poms, the pipe cleaners. Got another minute to work on this, and then I am going to I'm going to do a finger play with you, and then we're going to talk about nests. Trees are very important when birds are building nests. So don't worry, if I go on to something else and you haven't quite finished, you can work on this later on today. I hope you're having fun creating your special tree. Okay, what I'd like to do right now with you is we're going to do it's a little poem. It's called The Finger Play, and it's entitled The Trees Are Growing. And I'm going to kind of sing it to the tune of The Farmer in the Dale. But we have some actions that we have to do. All right. The trees are growing tall. The trees are growing tall. With soil and rain and sunny days, the trees are growing tall. Now we have to bend over. The trees are growing roots way down. You have to bend over. The trees are growing roots. With soil and rain and sunny days, the trees are growing roots. Now, take your hands. The trees are growing bark. The trees are growing bark. With soil and rain and sunny days, the trees are growing bark. This is my favorite. The trees are growing branches. The trees are growing branches. With soil and rain and sunny days, the trees are growing branches. Well, they'll grow a lot of branches today. It's so beautiful. And the trees are growing leaves. The trees are growing leaves. With soil and rain and sunny days, the trees are growing leaves. Kind of fun. So we talked about how tall trees are. We talked about the roots that keep them anchored to the ground. We talked about the branches, and we talked about the leaves. Right, right now, I'd like to share, here we go, a book with you, and it's called Mama Built a Little Nest. And this is going to tell you, it's going to talk about birds, and it's going to talk about the different nests that birds make. Mama built a little nest inside a sturdy trunk. She used her beak to tap, 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 the perfect place to bunk. So this bird makes the nest inside the tree. Mama built a little nest, a cup so wee and snug, with walls of moss and roof of the sky and silky cobweb rug. Look at this little nest in the tree, and there's the two little birds. They look very happy. Mama built a little nest. Actually, this one she didn't. She found one that another bird made, and then she laid me in it. So in this nest, we have two kinds of eggs. Mama built a little nest. My daddy helped out too. They placed my egg upon his feet, and that's where I hatched and grew. So way down there. Mama scraped a simple nest upon a craggy ledge. She tucked me safe within her wings. There she is. Until my time to fledge. Fledge means to fly away. That might be a new word for you today. Oh, daddy built a little nest. And then he built another. and another, and another, hoping Mama would choose the best. So here we are with the cacti, and there's a nest there, and a nest here, and a nest here, and the mama bird gets to choose which nest she wants. Daddy bird has to work mighty hard. Mama built a little nest. Oh, she used her beak to sew a woven nest of silky grass, the perfect place to grow. So this nest was made out of grass, and the mama bird would weave it and create the nest. Oh my, look at this one. Mama built a little nest by digging out a burrow. It was a hoot, our little home, a safe and feathery burrow. This one is in the ground, not up in the tree. Mama built a little nest. She gathered twigs that float, then placed them on the water to create a cozy boat. So she built the nest on the water, and then these sticks protect the nest and also that it doesn't float away. Built a little nest. She made it on the ground, a simple nest, not very soft, with pebbles, smooth and round. So this nest was made with rocks, and then the eggs were put in the middle. Daddy built a little nest. Now, don't, this is kind of strange, but he built it with spit. I know, kind of funny. Who would have thought that spit would make a perfect place for a nest? That's a very unusual one. Mama built a sealed nest within an old tree's collar. My daddy left a little hole so that we can pass her food to swallow. So this nest is kind of here, but Mama's inside the tree. Mama built a sturdy nest by stacking twigs up high. A breezy house upon a tree where talons blend with sky. This is an eagle's nest. This is one of the largest nests that birds build. This nest is usually built at the very, very top of very, very sturdy trees. Mama built a little nest entirely out of mud. No feathery down, no soft green plants, with just fuddy, muddy crud. This is all mud. Hmm. You have a nest, your very own, a place to rest your head with pillows and cozy thoughts. Your nest is called a bed. So next time when you go to sleep tonight and you get in your bed and you get all snuggled down, I don't think you're going to think of it as a nest, but you could. And here's some birds out here, and there's their nest. Okay, I hope you enjoy. And birds make such interesting nests. So I thought it would be fun this morning if we made a nest. So go into your activity bag, and you're going to find a bowl. You're going to find some shredded up paper. You're going to find a little bird, a popsicle stick, crayons, and this little bag has some Play-Doh in it. I think you could probably think about what we're going to use the Play-Doh for, but that comes later. Right now, what I'd like you to do is to take your bowl, take your glue stick again. This is kind of fun. And you're going to take your glue stick and you're going to move it around inside the bowl, a little bit up on the top of the bowl, round it, round and round and round and round. You want to put a nice amount of glue into the bowl. Because this is going to be our nest. So have fun, put lots of glue in it. Round and round and round and round and round. Okay? Then you're going to open up the bag with the shredded paper. You're going to take the paper out of the bag, put it in the bowl, and push it down. You can pull a little over the top if you want, because you know nests aren't perfect. So push it in. It'll stick to the sides when the glue dries. Pull a little over the top, and you're making a nest. You're making a nest. Then you want to take your nest after you've put the shredded paper in, put it over to the side, and you're going to color your bird with your crayons. Now you can make the bird any color you want. So take out some of your crayons and color your bird. You can make him a blue bird, a red bird, yellow, green, or maybe you want to make a rainbow bird and use all the colors. That's absolutely perfectly fine. So color your bird. Maybe you want to make the wing one color and make the body of the bird another color. Whatever you would like to do. My dear, I used red and blue on mine. You choose whatever your favorite colors are. After you color your bird, then you want to take your popsicle stick, take your glue stick, here we go again, and put glue all over hold it in your hand and put the glue on this side of the popsicle stick, but don't put it to the whole stick because then you're going to get glue on your hands when you're holding it.
Okay, now she can hear you.
Take your popsicle stick and you're going to glue your bird on. It was easy. And then you take your bird and you're going to put your bird in the nest. Yeah. What do you think we're going to do with the Play-Doh? I hear you. You're right. We're going to make eggs. So take your Play-Doh out. Just take a little piece of the Play-Doh. You put it in your hands and you go round and round and round and round and round and round and round. We're going to make an egg. And after you make your egg, then you take it and you put it in the nest. I want my bird to have more than one egg. So take another little chunk off of the Play-Doh. Round and round and round and round and round again. This is fun. Playing with Play-Doh is so fun. Now I have 2 eggs. And you probably have enough Play-Doh that you could probably make a few more eggs if you want. So today we made a tree. We put bark on our tree. We put leaves on our tree. We put a squirrel. We put flowers on our tree. We made a spring tree. And then, since we were talking about trees so much, we read a story about trees. Our second story was about nests. So we made a bird's nest. Here's our bird, our 3 little eggs in the nest. I hope you enjoyed our stories today. I hope you enjoyed the activities that we did today. I enjoyed being with you so, so much. And I can't wait until I see you again next week, next month, excuse me. And next month, we're going to be talking about
Thank you.
seeds.
So say thank you.
Thank you.
Say to her. Say it louder.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, boys and girls. I so enjoyed working with you.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you. Bye. So fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
No,